Hello all you Wookiee warriors, how you guys doing? So this will mark our last video of the Bloodborne boss guides. So this one is the moon presence. If you guys were able to watch my first video, I just basically let the moon presence kill me, but that's not going to happen this time. No freebies. So the moon presence is relatively, in my opinion, a relatively easy boss. He's weak to bolt, fire, and arcane. So you guys can buff your weapons to pretty much anything, or go in there with just base damage. But I will test this for you guys. I will start with bolt, fire, and then I'll go with arcane, just to see how much damage we get with with all of them. He is more of a. This boss is in my opinion, relatively more slow. Easy to get around behind. And that's usually my strategy for this boss. Is just get behind him and get some good hits in. He's very punishable, but he does hit like a Mack truck. So don't be deceived. He does hit like a Mack truck. It's kind of similar to fighting Amygdala, except the Amygdala was a giant freaking monster, and this one has a lot shorter arms, so it will be a little bit more aggressive. It also has a laser beam, I believe, in this fight, so also be aware of that. Aside from that, we'll have to get right into it, because it's been a while since I fought this boss, but my usual strategy is just to get behind him, get some him, her, and get some good hits in. See what I mean? It's so easy to dodge this guy's attacks. He is a joke. And look at it, he got one hit on him. He did barely any damage to me. So lighting it definitely does work. Fire's not all that useful. Alright, so he got one hit on me, so... Alright, I'm just gonna call and say that Bolt does much more work. Oh. That usually never happens because I usually kill this thing beforehand. So, I'm just gonna I would recommend when that happens to dodge for your life until you can get your health back. I thought it was a laser beam. Alright, so this is what's gonna make the boss fight a little bit harder, is that alright, so I was actually, my biggest mistake there is I thought it was in a laser beam, but it's not. So, apparently what he will do is kind of do what the, jailers will do, is like completely decelerate your health to like one hit. So, that, and I was actually kind of testing a few things for you guys. So I would say for this boss, go with Bolt. Bolt seems to do a sheer ton of work on him. So I'm gonna buff up, and I'm just gonna go to town on him. So you guys have seen kind of his moveset. He's easy to dodge, easy to punish. Like I see it, like his physical attacks don't really hurt me. It's that when he blows his freaking nose, it's gonna hurt you. It's when he does that, you really want to be careful. And he's done. So basically, as you guys saw, like, when he blew his nose at me and caused me to have my health problem, my health to deplete. I just kind of still went to town on him.
Are you cold?
So this is one of the endings. If you guys, we become a old one, or great one. Sorry, not old one. I don't know why I say old one.
Oh, good hunter.
So as you saw, his attacks, his physical attacks, don't really hurt. It's when I'm gonna call it when he blows his nose. I thought there was a laser beam. They might, but I haven't fought this boss in a while, so I was unaware that he did that. But it's not like it's gonna, like, yeah, it's you can probably try to dodge that way. What I basically did is like let him have it, and I just kept on punishing the crap out of him. I would highly recommend using Bolt for the Moon Presence. Gehrman, you're kind of free to use kind of whatever. Bolt, Fire, or Arcane. But I would strongly recommend using Bolt for the Moon Presence. Because as you saw, the Moon Presence, like I wish I had my camera on, but sadly I can't have my camera on when I'm doing recording. As you saw, it kind of did like, it took his arms and did swipes. And it hit me, but it didn't hit me that hard. I thought he hit harder than that, but then, but when he does that, it's really easy to get behind him and get some good hits in. That's what I'm saying, is that he's highly punishable. To me, it's like fighting like, oh, what's the boss I'm trying to think of? It's like fighting that slug in Dark Souls 2. Not like that slow and punishable, but it's fairly he's very punishable. And then the only thing I think the only thing you guys really have to worry about in that particular boss fight is when he does that red beam attack. Like, the blood attack doesn't seem to really hurt me much. Didn't really seem to hurt me much. So I say that's the only time you really want to be careful when he does that one attack where he basically zaps your health down to one hit kill. That's it. But the thing is, he takes a while to recover from that. So I would recommend just going to town on damage and damage and damage and damage. And if you get your health back away, get yourself a heal, and go back and just go to town on him. He is not that bad of a... Well, it's a he. People say she. Others say he. I don't know. It's a creature to me. But aside from that, that's it. That's it for the bosses, guys. I'm not going to end the video. I'm probably just going to talk a little bit more. For one, I love Bloodborne. I find that it's the change from medieval to kind of like the Victorian era, like Victorian London, I think is the era, is a real a real big change. Especially love the whole Lovecraftian kind of a vibe theme they put onto it. one, I love horror, and H.P. Lovecraft is one of the kings of horror. um, I remember spending hours, days, months on this game. Like, you could not pull me away from this game. And that's the thing, like, if I start playing this, I can't stop playing it. um, and there's rumors that they're supposed to be coming out with, they're working on a Bloodborne 2. But for me, I don't really put stock in rumors. Um, main reason is because, you know, I'll give you a good example. Like, back in the day, they were gonna release, I think it was CD Projekt Red was gonna release a remake of The Witcher. They called it Rise of the White Wolf, I think they called it. And everyone was so hyped, they had trailers for it, everyone was excited for it. And then they said, well, we can't do it. And everyone was bummed. I mean, there's actually real reasons. I'm just saying they just can't. They said they couldn't do it. You guys want to look it up? I think it's like on IGN or something. Um, but and there's even more games that were rumored to be released and they never came to fruition. So that's why I always take, like, anytime I hear a rumor, it's with a grain of salt. But I really hope they do come out with Bloodborne 2. I would think it'd be awesome. I have yet to figure out what I'm gonna do after these videos. Like, I was thinking maybe Neo, possibly. But I'd only do the base game because the DLCs are like the final boss of the DLC. I don't know its mechanics. I end up I think it was on stream, and I actually summoned someone, and they pretty much melted him. They melted the nine-tail fox, and I was like, "Shee, what did you do?" So, and that's the biggest reason why in like games like this, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Neo, why I don't like summoning actual people. Now, I'm not saying every person you summon is going to be that way, but there's a lot of people that just built their characters for burning, and that's it. And to me, when that happens, the enjoyment out of the game, I lose a lot of the enjoyment that I would have gotten from the boss fight. Because the boss fight is like over in an instant, and it's like, oh, whee! It's pretty much the boss like that for me is like a bottle rocket. Woo! Ah! That's pretty much that's my excitement for a boss fight that gets melted.
All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry.
The only thing about Bloodborne is that in Dark Souls you can choose when you charge your next journey. Bloodborne, you automatically start your next journey. I'm just still gonna let this go. Because this is like one of the most trippy things you're gonna get in Bloodborne, in any Souls game. But anyway, but also guys, if there's a game that I've covered thus far, and you guys are like, hey, can you do a boss guide for that one? Please let me know in the comment section, like, of any one of my videos or streams. Let me know what game you guys would like me to do. I think I've already covered quite a bit of games already through streaming, and I'm open to making some of those boss guides.
You
And like I
found
said, if you guys
yourself
want
a
me to do a Neo,
hunter.
I'll definitely do Neo. It's just, I feel like there's a lot of mechanics in Neo that I don't know if I'll be able to 100% go over. I'm just getting us to the Hunter Dream. And I hope you guys don't hear my alarm going off right now. Yes, if you guys can hear that, that's my alarm clock. It's Silverhawks.
This town's finished.
You'll notice like some of the enemies are a little bit more tougher, a little bit more resilient. There's the cleric beast. Alright, here's our first lantern. Alright. Alright, so, this really wraps up the Bloodborne boss guides, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed them. This was the first time for me. It really challenged and pushed me. Like, I've never done guides myself, and the hardest thing for me, I felt, for when doing these was being informative. Like, trying to tell you guys what to do and how, what my strategy was. What buffs I was using, what weapons I was using, why I was using those weapons. Cause to me, it's just like I don't think that way. I just like I don't think about what I do and how to do it. I just do it, you know. And that's the biggest thing is, that's why I would start out every boss fight like right outside the boss room, and I'd tell you guys kind of what the boss was gonna do, how I was gonna do it. What I usually do, but then I also did like try to talk to you guys while I was in the boss fight, showing you guys what his movesets were, going over what the things I was using, and that's something I'm not used to doing. It's something I don't typically do. I don't need any of those. I think it's weird that they still offer you these weapons even though you don't need them. But it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. It was a big challenge to me, and I'm really happy how they turned out. Again, I don't know what game I will do next. If there is a suggestion you guys would like me to do, like any games I've covered thus far, I'd be more than happy to do them for you. As I said before, I am thinking about doing Neo. I just don't know 100% if I'm going to do it. I'm still thinking about it. But again, I've covered a lot of video games thus far. If there's a game in there that you guys would like me to make into a boss guide, please leave your suggestions in the comment section below. Also, tell me which boss was your favorite. What video? What? Sorry, I have a sneeze coming up. Sorry. Well, I muted it so you guys didn't have to hear me sneeze. But let me know which boss was your favorite. How did I do? Were these videos helpful to you guys? Were they like, hey, you had a lot of good points, you got me through it? I would love to hear that from you. And again, guys, leave all those in the comment section below. I love reading guys' comments. You guys are absolutely amazing. Hope you guys are all having a Wookiee-tastic day, and I'll see you all on our next adventure. Till next time, see ya!